Hi there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on Here With Me by David. It's a cool track. I'm going to teach you how to play the whole song, but just before I do, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section as well, let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning, but the record is a little bit flat, so it's a little bit out of tune, but that's fine. I've got loads of reverb on, so a big reverb to get the sound. I'm using the tremolo bar a little bit as well. So we've got this, first line. So to play that, first finger on B12, second finger on G13, and third finger on D14. And you're going to play those three strings. You can put a bit of tremolo on the vibrato bar, and then play the G13 and then the D14. So you get, and then you're going to hit 13 on the D, G and the B strings. I'm just putting my finger flat across all those. And then just a G13 on its own. So bar 1 slowly goes. And then we're going to hit 14 on the B string, 13 on the G and 14 on the D. So D14, G13 and B14. Play them all three strings and then play the B14 and then the G13. So you get, and then take that same shape down 2 frets. So you've got second finger on the D12, first finger on G11, third finger on B12. And you play the three strings and then you play the G11 and then the D12. So bar 2. Using the same shape, just moving 2 frets up and down, so we go. Into bar 3, put your first finger flat across the G and the B strings at the 9th fret, third finger on D11, and you play the D11, G9 and the B9, and then after you've played them all three at the same time, play the B9 and then the G9, so you get. And then this next chord, first finger flat across the G and the B strings at the 5th fret, second finger on D6. You play the D6 with a G5 and B5, and then just a B5 on its own. So bar 3 goes, and then bar 4 you've got, which is fret 6 on the G string, D7 and B7. So same shape we've used before. Play them at the same time and then play B9, B10, E7, and then B9, and a little bit of a bend on the vibrato bar. So I'm pushing down a bit, only slightly, bends it a bit out of tune, and then do the same on fret 8. So it goes. So that bar you get. So on the 8 you're kind of coming back up, so you're bending it down on the 9 and play fret 8 and then just resolve back with the bar. Hopefully that makes sense. So, so the whole line goes like this. On to the next line, and we've got this. So it starts the same with B12, G13 and D14. And then plays the G13 and the D14. And then the 13's again the same, D, G and the B strings. And then play a G13. So you've got... And then this next bar changes slightly from the first line. We've got... So we're going to play the D14 with G13 and B14 at the same time. Then play E11, E12, B14, then G11, bending up a semitone, and then play G11, G9, D11, straight up to B9. So bar number 6 goes. Up speed. Then don't play the note in the brackets, that's just held on. And then we play a G9, a D10, and then, D10, and then G9. And then the last bar is the same as the last bar of the first line. So the whole of that second line goes. So that's the whole of the intro, those 2 lines. And then the singing comes in with the verse, and the chords go like this. So for that we've got an E chord, which is your first finger, A7, third finger across the D, G and the B strings at the 9th fret. So that's E. Then we go to G sharp 7, which is your first finger barred from the A string at the 11th fret. Third finger on the D13, little finger on B13, play the middle 4 strings. Then we've got C sharp minor 7, second finger E9, third finger across D, G and the B strings at the 9th fret. So the A string doesn't ring. So that's C sharp minor 7. Then move down 2 frets and we get B minor 7. Second finger E7, third finger across D, G and the B strings at the 7th fret. Into bar 11 we've got A major 7, which is your first finger on E5, second finger on B5, third finger on the D6, little finger on G6. Again muting off the A string. And then we're going to do a G sharp 7, but we'll do it down here. So E4 with D4 and G5. And then we go to an F sharp minor 7 chord, which is your first finger barred from the A string at the 6th fret, second finger on B10, third finger D11, middle 4 strings, and then the last chord, we get this B augmented chord, which is your first finger E7, second finger on G8, third finger on B8, and then little finger optional, but put it on fret 9 of the D string, D9. That's B augmented. So those first 4 bars go like this. And they repeat, so you play them twice, those 4 bars, and then you carry on to bar 13 where you just get a bar of E major 7, which is your first finger, A7, second finger on G8, third finger D9, and little finger on B9. And it just plays it for a bar, 2, 3, 4 before the chorus. So then you get the chorus, and the chorus sounds like this. So for that, A add 9, first finger B5, second finger G6, third finger D7, and little finger on E7, and play the bottom 4 strings. That's A add 9. Next chord we've got is a B7 chord. We're going to put our first finger on D9, second finger on D9, first finger on G8, and either your third finger or your fourth finger on B10. So that's B7, and then the E chord, which we played already. So the first 2 bars you get. And then in the next bar you play the A add 9, B7 and E. And then into bar 18 we've got the A add 9, B7, then an E chord, and then a B over D sharp, which is first finger A6, second finger on B7, third finger G8, little finger on D9, playing the middle 4 strings, then down to a C sharp minor chord, which is your first finger A4, second finger B5, third finger D6, and little finger G6. Then we go down to a B chord, which is the same as your E-shaped chord, but first finger A2, third finger flat across the D, G, and the B strings at the 4th fret. So bar 19 goes. And then bar 20, we've got an A add 9 again. But I've done a slightly different one. We could play up here, but I'll play it down here, which is my first finger on D2, second finger B2, little finger on G4, and playing the open A string as well. So that's bar 20. And then in bar 21 we have a B6 chord, which is your first finger on E7, second finger on G8, third finger on D9, and little finger on B9. And you play from the E string to the B string. The A string's again muted off. Okay, so the whole of that chorus goes like this. And then the only other part that we need to learn is after the first chorus. It plays a melody which is similar to the intro but slightly different. It sounds like this. Okay, so to play that, it starts the same with B12, G13 and D14. And then you play the G13, the B12, and then B13, and then G13 twice. So bar 22 goes. And then the next bar, bar 23 goes. Which is B14, E11, E12, B14, G11 bending up a semitone, and then play a G11, then G9, D11, and then B9. So bar 23. And then play a G9, D10, then B9. And then the last bar is the same as what we had in the intro, which is the 7 on the B string, 6 on the G, and 7 on the D string. And then play B9, B10, E7, B9, and B8. So the whole of that line goes. And that repeats twice, and then it just goes back to the verse, plays the verse round, and then does the chorus till the end of the song. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video as well, and I love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the song, let me know what you thought of this video, and let me know what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.